thing. Um, I mean, if you look at the foundation of the U.S. economy, I think one of the things that happened after the Industrial Revolution that I think the U.S. has actually specialized in is the discipline of marketing and influencing. For example, no one's complaining about the fact that the political ads that you get are actually based on your political leaning, right? So if the algorithm understands that you're a Democrat, you're going to see Democratic ads, right? And all of the social media and your online platforms know your political leaning. Now, the more you see a Biden ad, the more passionate or the more sort of leaning you're going to become to Biden.
For Biden.
Right? But the question is that the right kind of influence or not?
What do you think?
I don't think it is.
Well, because the algorithm could favor a certain political leaning, right, for the ads? Show you certain ads?
Yes. I don't think it is, because I think it's unfair. I think it's a very, it's common knowledge that brands and marketing and TV advertising influence you.
Yeah.
And I think some people, when they would find out about that, may become very uncomfortable. That's the problem. And not only Democratic ads, but I'm giving local ads that are aligned with the mission and the cause that I believe in.
Yeah.
Some people, when they would, and then if I say that tomorrow,
You mentioned that by saying that you don't totally hate Trump, that could be a problem at your work.
Oh yeah, that totally would be. If I say that tomorrow, that I'm a Trump supporter, I'll probably lose my job.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it won't be direct, but indirectly it will become very, very hard for me to stay there.
Because they couldn't directly fire you, right?
No, they couldn't. Nobody could do that. But I think it would be a very, very...
Buongiorno. This is how to lose your Google job. So if you happen to have the privilege of working at Google and making those Google bucks, not to be confused with Starbucks, the way to lose it all is to get suckered into an interview. I'm just making guesses here. I wasn't there. By some attractive woman who tries to take advantage of you, assuming that you might just not be a ladies' man and be a little bit more susceptible to a very attractive woman coming up and expressing some level of interest in you and talking about what you do, and then getting you to say stuff that you would never want Google to know that you said in public, in a video, unbeknownst to you, of course. So, hidden camera, this is. Yeah. So it looks like they tricked these people into saying some stuff that they thought they were saying in confidence, in private, but actually they were being recorded without their knowledge. I don't know what the legalities are in California. I hope the producers of this video know what they are. But, yeah, recorded them without them knowing and got them to say things that I'm sure they wouldn't want to get out there. So I can guarantee you this is going to get to this guy's boss, and probably not going to be working at Google for very long, and probably not going to be getting job offers from Microsoft either. So the lesson of the day is keep your mouth shut. Do not have these kinds of conversations, especially with a stranger outside of the office. You have to be very, very careful what you say about the company you work for outside of the company that you work for. Now, let's be honest, husband and wife, I mean, I would hope you can share these kinds of things with your wife, but even in that case, there's still certain things that are not really supposed to be revealed even to your wife. But I would hope that you can have these kinds of conversations in terms of your sentiment about your work with your wife. I would hope you wouldn't marry a woman who would share these things with someone else, right? You should be able to trust her that she'll keep it private. But certainly you shouldn't be having these kinds of conversations with a stranger in a bar or a restaurant, wherever this is. Come on, guys. How do you get to be smart enough to get a job at Google and then you do something like this? Wow. So this is an expose being done by Project Veritas, which is like a right-wing disinformation squad. Their tactic is to lie with the truth. So I don't think there's anything that's false here, but they are using the truth to spin a certain narrative. So they're right-wing, so the narrative is Democrats are cheating in the election. The system is rigged towards the Democrats and progressives, and this is what he is pointing out. However, again, they lie with the truth. Donald Trump is using this same technology he's talking about to win, right? In fact, Brad Parscale used some of these technologies that are being discussed to target minorities to get them to not vote. It's one thing to target someone by demographics or whatever to try and find an audience for people that would align with you. It's another thing to target people who might vote against you and try to influence them to not vote. Essentially digital voter suppression. So that's the kind of trickery of Project Veritas. They'll do all these exposés and lean them towards an attack on the left or the Democrats while suppressing. We're not really talking about the very same tactics that they're trying to scare you with being used by Trump himself. Anyway, this is the Computer Programming University, where learning is fun, and the first step in learning is to smile, because learning is always fun, as it should be, and usually is. I don't know if you learn anything from this particular video, but we usually do tutorials on this video, programming related. I'm currently working on a Python series, and also a SQL series is coming as well. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I'm hoping to have a whole bunch of episodes that are pre-recorded and ready to go, and then just start scheduling them and then have a regular scheduled operation going. Again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. Ciao! Salut! Arrivederci. A doma. Dobre utro. Das vedania.